All right, and we're live, ripping. Second one of the day. Tanner, you're the second one on this new live thing. Thanks for coming on, dude. Super stoked to have you.
I appreciate. Thanks for having me, man. I'm glad to be here.
I'm ultra pumped.
Sorry for
So
the potato quality.
yeah, for the interwebs. Let's see. So let's do background stuff first. Actually, the nice thing, the nice thing, the thing I'm most psyched on is that both of us are paraglider pilots, but I don't actually know how you got into helium. So I know we have kind of limited time, but how did you get into helium or deepen?
Okay, quick background is I didn't really have a tech background at all. I'm just like a service industry worker, humble. But I was at a buddy's house and he had a minted miner in his window, and I was like, "Yo, what is this?" This was like 2020, I think. No, 2021, and he explained it to me really quickly, and I was like, super cool, I want one. And I got into it because I like the tech, I like radios, that shit's fun to me. I used to build guitar pedals from scratch, so I like soldering and
Okay.
playing with hardware side of things. And so I deployed it as a regular hotspot that wound up in off grid that I got helium sensors for, and I'd never done any programming at all, so I got into helium uh, programming, like C++ for the sensors, and that I it exposed me to open source software that was really exciting to me, and I wound up actually working for Minted. I did tech support. I rewrote their whole website, and learning how to program has like been this exciting journey for me that I'm trying to encourage to bring people along with me, basically.
Badass. So you started out kind of not being a super tech person, although I mean, if you're soldering together guitar pedals, you know something, but definitely not on the code side. And
I
now you're
knew
kind
the
of doing it.
hardware elements, not the software elements. I didn't know anything about programming. The first time I had ever entered a computer's command terminal was uh, Travis Teague was actually helping me program a power relay for one of my off grids, and then from
Same
there,
names keep
now I'm
popping
building
up.
websites, and I know, right?
Travis
But now
T.
I'm building on Solana and uh, pretty active.
Yeah. Cool. All right, dude. So that's right. Let's see. You're figuring out how to do the HNT stuff. You get into helium, and then you recently, and I know your internet looks like it's dropping out and coming back in. Um, let's see. You guys recently had a baby, if I'm getting that right. So like a new papa. That's a
That's
pretty big deal.
correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Congrats.
thank you.
Yeah.
Very
Bringing a little
exciting.
human into the
A lot
world.
of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Makes you
cool.
hustle harder.
Yeah, she's got her own helium miner actually with her name on it.
Awesome. Dig it. So then the kind of big news recently is you guys got a Helium Foundation grant, right?
Yeah.
Walk me through what you got that for and what you're planning on doing with it, and kind of the when, the where, the why of HNT Denver.
Okay. I see my videos cutting out. Can you at least hear me at all?
Yep. Oh yeah, I can hear you fine. The video is just janky, but we'll
Okay.
get around it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. So the Helium Foundation was letting people apply for event grants, and they were like, have a pizza party, have some local helium folks together. And here in Denver, there's like a really big crypto scene. A lot of people
Yeah.
really enthusiastic about it. Like there's the Ethereum Denver scene, and I was trying to pull people out of the woodwork to build together and collaborate. And uh, we were going to have like a trade show kind of thing last year, and it evolved into sort of an educational environment that has now gone full fledged hackathon. And
Yep.
so there's like a community pot, and people can submit their helium related projects to compete for some funds.
Okay. And so you guys, am I understanding it right? You're kind of now managing those funds, and you're going to do a like a 1 day event in Denver. You're going to do a 3 day event, or what is it going to be?
Okay, so we've got the way I figured I would spend a little bit of time building up some hype around it. July 7th is going to be demo day, so it's going to be a 6 week hackathon. May
Okay.
19th, uh, submissions will be that's the deadline for submissions, and then a week later the hackathon begins, and we'll do like weekly videos and hopefully a much higher video quality than these, but
That's
some like
impossible.
interviews and workshops. I know, right? But yeah, we'll be doing some engaging content to keep people motivated, and we just want to see newcomers, submit their ideas. If there's like veterans in the space, they can submit their ideas as well. But
Yep.
the idea is it's supposed to just be 6 weeks of creating and shipping exciting stuff in the helium community.
Okay, so from May to
And
July,
then
so that's all of June, and then kind of halfway
yeah,
through May, and then the last day, the July 7th, you said it is demo day.
yeah, that's going to be what I'm hoping to be a fairly large event here in Denver, where we will do like presentations of the projects that made it to the finalists,
Okay,
do the winners, do some toasting, and have some fun, throw a party.
right on. Yeah, the party part will be fun. I know you're going to be super good at that. What walk me through kind of what you like what your like expectations are on this thing. Like, are you expecting
Um,
300 people to show up?
so
30?
I
Totally
I
unknown? What are you thinking?
I would love for 300 people to show up. I mean, if thousands of people showed up, I would, hopefully know about it ahead of time and be planning to accommodate for it. But, if it's just a couple dozen enthusiasts that got excited and got involved, I'd be happy with that. If it winds up being, a dozen people, we may have to change the way the pot is planning on being split right now. But,
Okay.
we're, doing all of this in the open. It's like community owned and governed. We created a DAO, uh, reach out if you want to know anything more about that. You can get involved in how we're going to be using these funds. Um, but the idea is, if I can get some newcomers to the space, that would be really exciting. But I know enough people personally, like I'm, part of some really exciting discords and personal chats, that if like 50% of the friends that I have building exciting shit submit to this hackathon, I think it'll be a success. I'm really impressed by a lot of the shit that I see people building, and I just want people to get involved and show people how exciting it is to build with these resources, how easy it is to access them, and how fun building open source is. Getting involved.
Yeah. What if you get your wildest dreams coming through? What do you want to see as projects that come through? And maybe it's like categories of projects. Maybe it's a specific thing.
So there are tracks, like we've got like, the theme of the event is community good. So the main bulk of the prize money is going to be going towards something that's just generally focused on, providing good to a group or groups of communities, that are groups of people that have, you know, somehow leveraged the Helium community or the Helium network to, enable some sort of solution. And so there's
Yep.
a community good track, and then there is an IoT specific track. I've got a lot of friends building an IoT, and that's what I got me into Helium in the first place. So that's what I'm really enthusiastic about. So I want to see people bring IoT solutions to the table. In Colorado, there's like a huge medical and recreational marijuana scene specifically, and I think grow op automation from water and light to like even nutrient and security. Like these are huge opportunities that could be tapped into by local builders who can create a solution and go provide it to builders or sorry growers around here.
Yeah.
That's just like one very specific example, but very IoT centric solution that is very Colorado specific as well. Then the third one is NFTs or dApps on Solana that leverage or improve the Helium experience for users.
Okay. That's a lot. Tell me about the DAO thing. I got super excited about those kind of last year, and then I didn't see that they were like doing the things that I wanted them to do, so stopped paying attention. But I know you've been pretty pumped on. Is it the Helium Lava DAO or is that something
Yeah,
else?
yeah.
Okay.
Lava DAO is
Lava DAO.
the management organization behind. We took some inspiration behind what 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐿 is doing. They're managed by Spork DAO, which is a community owned, community governed. You vote on, what gets to happen within the community, and I think it's really exciting and engaging. And I'm not, I've got some friends over there, and they wouldn't be offended if they heard me say this. I'm not necessarily thrilled with exactly how they're doing it, and so uh, the way a DAO is structured is like you open yourself to some vulnerability by using the governance token at first. So it's like
Mm.
first way you run a DAO is just each person is one vote, and so it's kind of centralized. And so as people join the DAO, once there's enough members, you can distribute a governance token, and that decentralizes it. But you want to like really establish like a safe tokenomics to like provide opportunities that are risk free but beneficial to the people that get involved. So
Okay.
it may take years to be like an actual decentralized autonomous organization, but the
Yeah.
goal is right now it's like a group of friends with a shared wallet. I put the first $300 in it. You offered to donate some. The Tippin Project did. I'm putting the money that the Helium Foundation gave me in there, uh, and so the idea is to like sweeten the pot and then like let people, compete for it. And I'm enthusiastic about seeing what the people in the community bring forward, because I'm already impressed by what I've seen. I made a tweet, uh, uh, I think it was either yesterday or today, about somebody that I know is building AI machine learning cameras that are deployed along smuggling routes to combat human trafficking. So I'm like always tweeting like helium's going to save the world. And it's like, no, I literally mean that. Like there's some solutions that, like, obviously we can improve sustainability, like water conservation, energy conservation, manpower conservation. Like there are like very exciting solutions that are not being developed yet, because we're just now building the train tracks. I think, like you put it a couple years ago, like now let's build the fucking trains. So
Yeah.
that's what I want people to do.
Yeah, and that's cool, and that must be why Foundation is super supportive of what you're doing. Gave you the grant, is like, hey, this is the right direction to go. Right, is not to say that it's a perfect system right now, or that it will be next month, but that right now is the building phase of the project, and the building phase is going to last a long time. It's going to last beyond the July 7th kind of demo day launch. It'll be going for another couple of years.
Yeah, we are hopefully going to be doing this sort of a hackathon event like every single year. And so when we got this event from Helium Foundation, when we got the grant from Helium Foundation, we actually we had only a few guests come to our first sensors, and they're actually, I ordered them from Parley Labs. They'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Right at the best part, it drops out. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm dropping audio on you. Oh, interesting that Parley Labs is sending them out, because Parley is a local company here in San Diego. And if there's any extra sensors I can send out, God knows I got a boatload of them. I'm awash in them. Yeah, let me know how I can help. I know I got a box out to you earlier, and that was fun to see you go through that on Twitter. I'll wait till your video catches up. But I think one of the things you pulled out was the very first hotspot, the case for the very first hotspot I ever deployed. And I'd written on it, this is the first hotspot I ever had, which got deployed in whatever, August or September of 2020, something like that. So it was funny to kind of watch you go and back down that memory lane box. So, all right, we may end up cutting this one a little bit short. Looks like you're having some significant video difficulties. If you guys have any questions in the chat, if you're watching it, drop them in there, and I will drop them in. Jacqueline and Lee, good to see you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
There's Max in the background. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our total craziness of the video stuff. There's Tanner back at
it. I am so sorry. When did I cut off, man? I'm coming to you live from 2001.
Yeah. It keeps popping in and out. Sometimes video quality is really good. Sometimes it's not so good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. Yep. Totally.
I see I'm frozen.
You're frozen.
A disaster.
Yeah, look, this is the start, and this is actually a great demonstration of how these things have to get done, as you have to be totally unafraid to go in and try and build something. And if it's not right away, that's not a big deal. If you don't get it right live and you look a little bit silly, that's not a big deal. Like, the thing right now is to build and to learn as much as we can, as fast as we can. And the way you learn the most is by making mistakes. So I think it's super cool to kind of see this in real time, how it's going down. Yeah, as ungood as the quality is, that's fine. I think that's a great demonstration. So
I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
100%.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. I can't hear you. I'm having the most insane technical difficulties. I got a VPN that's got a death grip on my
seems like
connection. It just is doing the craziest shit right now. I apologize for that.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got cut off, but yeah, we got some sensors for the first people to show up to our event, and they're becoming active members of the Helium community by onboarding these sensors and creating solutions. Sorry for dropping out here. Thanks for dealing with me. I'm gonna obviously have some work to do when I get off here.
Yeah, we'll figure out the technical stuff. I mean, that's the 15 minutes pretty much anyway, so I think we made good time there. If you're watching this, check down and link to, I think it's HNTDenver.com is where you can find it. That's the best place to find more information about this. You can follow Tanner on Twitter. I'll put some links up both on the Deep in Space Twitter, and then I'll have Gristle King retweet it, and Max and I'll put it out. If you guys like what we're doing on this thing, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff on the YouTubes. Actually, the most important thing to me is if you hear something that helps you, if you see something that allowed you to learn, if you watch something that makes kind of your life better and you think other people can benefit it, the biggest thing you can do is share this thing out. So if you know someone in Denver that might want to do this and wants to learn more about Helium, that wants to participate in this whole Helium grant thing and the Helium Lava DAO, whatever it is, is share this with them. I think that's the big takeaway. Ripping. Tanner, thanks a ton for coming along, man. Super appreciate you making the time.
I did my best to read your lips there, man. I can't hear anything you're saying, but
yeah.
Thanks again for having me. I apologize again for this
No, you nailed
technical issue, but again, people who want to know more, get involved, come over to heliumdenver.com. You can submit your ideas or become a sponsor there, or learn more a bit about me or Lava DAO, or reach out and let me know how you want to get involved. I'm excited to see what people bring to the table here.
Love it. Thanks, dude. We'll see you later.
Later.